It's Wednesday, March This is the 20th day of March. We're floating right along into 2019, eating meat and drinking water. I want to talk to you guys today about calories in and calories out, and now it's a bunch of crap mostly because I did not become obese and mentally ill and cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs because I ate too much food. I became obese and mentally ill because of what I ate. I eat more calories now than I probably ever have at any point in my life because I eat well over 3 pounds of meat, right at 3 pounds of meat every day. And I weigh 177 pounds, soaking wet. When I ate cereals, breads, I ate the balanced diet and was taking medications as prescribed by a physician, I weighed 289 pounds, was severely disordered by mental illness, depression, anxiety, insomnia. I was a mess. Absolute mess. And if you really want to hear the full horror story, do a search for the Carnivore Cast and look up my episode. I talk about it. But calories in, calories out. You know, is it possible as a carnivore for me to eat to excess? Yeah, it is. But I can't imagine eating. I don't know how you force feed yourself. Because when I get full, I'm not another bite full. That means once I reach fullness, if I'm still chewing on something, I may not be able to swallow it. Because there's no room in the end. There's not. How do you overeat when you're completely satisfied? When your body like turns that switch off in your head that says satiety. I never can pronounce that word. Satiety, fullness. You're content. It's a complete contentness for me when I'm full. So don't get caught up into this calories in. Oh, I worried about how many calories I'm eating. Don't you measure that? No. The only thing I measure is how much my meat weighs. Because I know I need at least 2 pounds of meat every day. And I eat between 2 and 3 pounds of meat every day. It's easy. I couldn't eat 4 pounds of meat unless maybe for a holiday and we went to the Brazilian restaurant and maybe I had a light lunch that day before I went, then I could do some feasting. But we did that last Thanksgiving and it was a wonderful time. But even with all my feasting that afternoon, I only missed one meal. My dinner that night, my normal dinner time, I wasn't hungry, so I didn't eat. And so that afternoon meal lasted me till the following morning. Following the calories in, calories out thing, well, I should have been starving. Because A, I had no carbohydrates, I had no sugar. Somebody makes a great point in chat about they remember the found drawings of cavemen on the wall and calorie countings. Yeah, because they were counting calories on the cave walls, weren't they? That's a great point. I appreciate you sharing that. I mean, what was ancient man measuring? He wasn't measuring calories. He wasn't measuring how many ounces of meat he ate. What was the fat to protein ratio? No, they didn't fool with that. They ate meat. They drank water. Their brains were larger. Their bones were stronger. Calories in, calories out was not an issue. And we know from the diaries of explorers like Lewis and Clark, people were eating 9 pounds of meat a day. The same person says, and they found no drawings of broccoli on those cave walls. No, they didn't. They didn't find kale either. There were no drawings of tubers. Give it up, folks. Weight and obesity is primarily hormonally driven. It's just the way it is. So let's stop spewing nonsense to satisfy somebody's need to keep their revenue stream flowing, and let's focus on what's good for humans instead. A low-carb, high-fat, ketogenic diet is better for the human body than anything else we've learned. And I believe, for myself, based on 8 months of experience and losing lifelong mental illness, regaining every bit of health I ever thought I could have, and exceeding that by a great deal, by eating meat and drinking water. If you've been seeing the same doctor, if you've been following the SAD diet, standard American diet, and you're just getting worse, oh, you're exercising and you cut back your food intake, you decreased your calories, and you're starving and you're hungry, and you probably aren't losing much weight if you've passed the age of 40. And if you're past the age of 50 doing that, you might actually gain weight. Because when you starve your body, you trick it into conserving food and lowering your metabolism. I didn't do it, you did. Take a chance. Think differently. Check out meatheals.com. Read the testimonials. You can read my testimonial there. A very condensed, abridged version of my experience as a carnivore and how it healed me. But you can check out, there's people there that talk about they're healing their GERD, their ulcerative colitis, arthritis, diabetes, multiple sclerosis, leaky gut, all sorts of problems. Check them out. meatheals.com. I hope you have a great day and that you eat some meat and drink some water and feel amazing. And see you tomorrow.